Good evening, Pirates. We are back for another exciting Tuesday night here at the Oviedo Mall at Versus Games. Alex, how are you?
I'm here.
Yeah, same. We are both here, and we are starting round one here shortly. Mark has just jumped out. Chair is empty to go take care of the cameras and make sure everything's looking prettied up. I believe our players have already sat down, and we'll be getting their names here shortly. And I believe we know their decks. One side we have Mono Purple Luffy taking the stage, and then on the other side we have, I believe, Yellow Enel.
Yes. Yeah.
So we've seen, it feels like a kind of like an OP05 format, right?
Yeah.
Like going back there, like Mono Purple Luffy, But we have some OP07 spice in there now. There's Mach, definitely. So we'll see what kind of newer additions are in these decks. Certainly, we've seen more Enel recently, right? And we'll see what kind of stuff is in the Mono Purple Luffy deck. Ah, yes, the Chaplain, the Tyler Chaplain has taken the field on Purple Luffy, I believe.
TRC.
Yeah. Oh, that's good. That's good. And over here we have Sergio. I do apologize if I butchered that. I think I might have seen him like a couple times
Yeah.
here.
Same.
Maybe not super on stream, but first time, and good luck to him. As I believe both players have already set up, may have already decided who's going first and second. Tyler may be choosing to go first if he's won the flip.
I think he is. I know he pointed at him.
And I know typically the tools that Purple Luffy will have to use here, if they can see enough of them to frustrate the Enel side, right? The 5-drop Magellan coming in, doing that Dawn Disruption, while Tyler sets up as many tall bodies as possible to then come at Enel for hopefully game. And if Tyler is able to stabilize a couple of Kaido, maybe that will be enough to get through all of Enel's life. And it looks like we do have the start on the way, and it looks like Enel may have won and took the first curve, and Tyler is on the second curve. Tyler not really having a play on turn one, I don't think.
Yeah, I don't think he really needs it. It's also kind of interesting. He's going Sky Island.
I like the counter from Tyler here. Of course, he wants to keep his life as high as possible so he can use his leader effect for value, right? And then you saw that 2-drop there, a card we haven't really seen in a while.
This is a
weird to say.
Very interesting matchup now.
Shura in an Enel deck. You don't see that a ton nowadays. It's weird. That whole engine kind of fell off. Back over to Tyler. Simple 5-er. How will Enel respond? 6?
I think.
Oh, no, it looks like
I'm incorrect. I'm
5.
sorry.
And you would think Enel may instantly take this. They chose to not. Okay. And chose to give up. Get that? Another Shura.
This kind of makes me feel like Sergio is more than likely playing a more aggro list of Enel. Just make sure that your life is a little ahead. I know he plays Enel because he grabbed that off of Shura. So
whoa.
This
Buckaroo, a 5 to life on that Purple Luffy. Of course, this is good pressure. Wow. All right, and then a 7, and then Tyler had to take that. I know we saw one of the vanillas in hand for the 4-drop 6. Who's who, but maybe he doesn't have a 2K to block that 7. You might have think he would have, right? Or maybe even block countering with the 5-drop kid. But we'll see. Let's see. Tyler asking the question, what will you do about this 6? And we will take that. My thought with the first counter from Enel was maybe, hey, there's no body on the field right now for an Onami trigger to gain value of, right? So I'll counter this first one. You'll play a body. When you swing at me again, it might bite you. Ooh. And, of course, we see the sick poly drop, ramping and popping.
Yep.
Bye-bye, Shura.
Yeah, it is very possible that that Sergio is playing the 4 cost of an Enel event. Only time will tell.
Yeah, that event's pretty dope. And I wonder how many copies, right? I mean, I've seen crazy lists go between 2 and 4.
Yeah, I mean,
Maybe that stage is involved here as well, right?
it
Upper
is.
yard,
Yeah, yeah, it is quite possible.
6 at 6. How will Tyler respond? Countering 1
7
and a
life.
7 to
Yep.
6. Now we saw Tyler take a 7 earlier.
You
That might
counted
have
out
been our
though.
last 2K and a law 4 drop to complete the 7K counter. But maybe, well, now we're on our full 10 Dawn here. Does Tyler have a Kaido? And if so, it doesn't get any value
I
to
think it.
pop anything,
I
but I
think
do
yeah.
like attacking with it. Oh, a nice
Kid's
little
good.
7 drop kid. All right, get some, and we'll just ramp that back up. Exactly. Nicely sequenced there. Luffy will go up to 6K for the turn. I don't hate swinging at this Enel. Looks like we're doing 8 into presumably Enel, the character,
I think so. I don't see why
forcing
you
forcing the
wouldn't.
burn of life, and we're gonna counter that with 2 1s. And I think that was 6 plus 2 or 6 plus 3. I couldn't tell if there was a third Dawn.
It should be 2.
2. So another 8. Yep, another 8. And we're going to burn the life this time, and it was a 0 cost. Of course, it doesn't get entirety of its value at that point, but, still a 0 cost nevertheless.
So he drew a Maru there. Which is another thing you don't really see in an L anymore.
No, you typically see them favor all 4 full 4 copies of the 0 cost event and all 4 copies of removal, Raigo, Kingdom Come.
Yep.
Yep. And here we are gaining our life.
Not
Playing down
popping
the
anything.
Yamato. No, nothing really to pop there anymore. A 5 lead. Will this be a simple block? Yep. A 7 at Kid. Okay.
Unless it go through.
Yep. Yeah, I'm guessing here I'm not sure about hand size. I want to say Tyler's hand isn't that strong right now. And of course that Luffy goes back down to 5. There it is.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it looks like Luffy did forget about that, so Mark's running out there just to remind them. Oh, Tyler's probably had a long day today. He's never played this game, not really. 7 at 6 to remind him that he was at. All right, yeah, and
Yeah.
it looks like that's been rectified.
Yeah, they're just gonna accept the game save. It is what it is.
I don't think, of course, Tyler is not a really malicious person unless there's cookies involved.
So he was like, your Luffy. I was like, your Luffy's at 6. Like, well, Enel's 7. He's like, oh, but he swung for 5, and I took it. Yeah, he's like, whatever.
Yep.
Yeah, you
So
just accept
Tyler's
the
like,
game state.
yeah,
Yeah,
accepted game state.
it happens. He's had a long day. I know he has.
And we did see the kitey come down. And another 6K at life. This 6 is it might prove to be quite useful here in this matchup. And we're gonna give up that.
Yeah, Enel can't even swing at Luffy. All right.
Hmm?
Oh no, never. I'm thinking of something completely different. Because of the text on Enel.
Taking that last life. What is it? Oh, it's gonna be another. Oh no, he plays multiple copies of this. Yep, the multiple copies of the Amaru here, basically serving the same purpose as a 0 cost. Getting that additional life, crazy. Reveals a third copy.
What did he dump? It was
Another Amaru, and I couldn't tell.
I think that was a 0 cost.
No way, really?
I
Crazy.
think.
Now, will Sergio throw down an ace at any time? Or will we see another Yamato? But a pretty decent board here that Tyler's amassed to come at the last life of Enel. 3 big bodies, nothing that's so easily popped by Yamato. Of course, a 10-drop ace could come down and target one of these characters that's sideways. That's possible. And it looks like we're giving up 6 to get rid of the Kaido. 4 left. Not a ton here, but maybe a Shirahoshi blocker or not a ton else here to do on 4 Dawn. I think as Sergio here, I might go for life if I can to put pressure on. Maybe 9-9 with those last 4 Dawn. Use that 9 to swing at a character.
Arcthor, thank you for the follow.
Nice. Welcome, welcome. 7 at life or poly? Looks like it's a poly, and it's a 2K counter for that. And we're choosing to go at board this turn. It looks like.
Yeah,
Cleaning
which makes
that up.
sense.
I like it.
Yeah.
I don't hate it. Of course, this is kind of like going, all right, Tyler, do you have another Kaido to go with that? Right? But also we go down some Dawn. Tyler's still at 2 life. I don't know about using leader ability to go back up. So let's see what he has to work with in hand. A simple 5. Testing out the hand. Not a ton in there for Sergio. We're taking it. We're taking it. It's not an Onami.
Oh, it was a Flampe. He does have the 4 cost event, though, I did see.
Oh, nice. That's another copy of the Russian L. And there it is. Another poly to ramp. Pop nothing. Hey, a 7. And we're going to take that as well. No trigger. All right. Back over to Sergio. And we still haven't seen one yet. Or we didn't even see another Yamato last turn either. We had to go for removal. Here, I don't hate. Oh, there it is. There it is. There it is. Yep. 5, 9, 10, right?
Yeah, that's 10, yeah.
I think we can ignore these polys right now. Or no, I don't hate taking 1 out. So Yamato into the poly, and then 5 and 10 into life. Oh, he's going to do 5 at life first. Countering 1 for Tyler. Yep. Surely this 9 is going to connect. I would prefer this 9 go into poly myself. There it is.
Yep.
I like it. Okay, because what if Tyler was able to get everything for the Kaido drop, right? In addition to keeping those bodies on board? He thought about that. It looks like it was a 0 cost event trigger. And yep, 10 at life, taking Tyler down to 1. 2 big bodies on Sergio's side. 1 life remaining. For Tyler, that means 3 swings right now with 2 bodies on board. Fanning out some Dawn here, indicating he may not have another Kaidi. Oh, hey, we got another one. Was that Rex Skater? Welcome. Thanks for the follow. Going a 9 at, looks like Yamato. And that, oh. All right, Tyler.
Huh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Does not like the cut of that Yamato's jib. Oh, that Enel was upside down there for a second. Look at that. You see him? The dog? Sergio has a little bit of that dog in him. 5 at life. Going to give you a 1 for that. What about a 10? Surely that's going to connect.
Yeah, but here's
Sergio
where
have the other one? Yep.
Oh.
And does Tyler have the means to counter this one?
I think
There's a 0. 1 sec. 0 for 3. So that brings him up to 7.
8, 9,
9,
10.
11.
11, yeah.
Survives.
Yep.
Skin of his teeth.
So top deck, King.
Oh, top deck the king. That's it.
Yeah.
Extends the fist bump, and that's game for Tyler. Could not answer the question, what do you do about another one when another nuke came down? But that's how it goes. I'm sure like we've seen that matchup go different ways back in OP05. Didn't see any Magellans come down this time.
No Magellans.
No real disrupt Dawn-wise at all. So yeah, that is game 1. We'll go ahead and congratulate our players here in a second. Bring you guys round 2 here in just a moment. Stay tuned.
Welcome back, Pirates.
We are welcome.
We are here in round 2. I believe the players are setting up right now. And I think we know what the matchup is.
Yes, I think we do. Yes, don't
Yeah.
we?
Yeah, it looks like
Are
it's
you
going to
ready?
be another purple Luffy.
Oh, 2 in one day. And what's the other one?
Red Green Law.
That's different. That's
Wha-
not the law
What?
we anticipated seeing featured. You know, if you were gonna play a law, surely you would play the one that's deemable most broken right now. Ban worthy, in fact.
Mm-hmm.
You know, but I believe we have returning players, fellow players, Kenny and Brandon.
Yes.
To specify Brandon Corpus, I
Yes.
believe we just have one Kenny, which is why I said it like that.
Mhm.
I don't think we have many Kennys.
I don't either.
Yeah.
Also for the Brandon lovers out there, I did not see him wearing a tank top today.
He's gotten a little conservative today.
Yeah.
For those at home, you know, glued to the screens. I believe So we have Brandon on the purple Luffy, which he has been known to use before, as well as a red purple Luffy, right? I think he's seen some Lucci before, some more. He likes to spread it around, play the gauntlet. So we'll see how he does today against our red green law. Again, not a matchup we typically see that much anymore, and not really familiar with how this interaction of decks goes. So let's turn it over to see where these guys are as far as setup goes. Looks like Brandon is set with his hand. Look at that crazy looking leader.
Mm-hmm.
That's a nice one.
Yeah, that's a custom
Yeah,
manga.
Yeah. That's what I thought I saw before. I'm not sure if it's manga, but it's definitely custom.
Yeah, I
I did
can't
mean the
I
one
can't
on the
tell.
left as well. The one on the right actually seems
Oh
to
my
be a little
gosh.
bit more manga. Well, yes, because they're both custom. So if anything, we could have specified better.
Yeah, yeah.
We'll edit that out in post.
Yeah, it looks like Purple Luffy is taking over. I think after the announcement of the ban list.
Purple Rain. Maybe players are getting a little excited to
Yeah.
bust out some perps.
Yeah, I think after the ban list announcement, a lot of people are getting excited and actually wanting to see what other leaders there are out there.
In the color purple?
Yeah, you know, and which I mean it's understandable. Purple Luffy is good. Reiju, yes, Reiju is good.
That is another, indeed.
I think especially now that
Not a
red
ton going
red
on
purple
here.
law got banned.
Got. So I was
Yeah.
saying there's not a ton going on here
Reiju,
at the beginning of the stages of the game, but it looks like we might have some characters coming down from Kenny finally.
possibly.
Maybe. I think I was playing a game against Kenny last Thursday, and I was also puzzled to see the red green law make an appearance. I was on Lucci last week, and then he just played down a triple chopper blocker, and I just went all right. So I think Kenny he was just trying to see how best to sequence. As I recall, it's a pieces deck. This law deck. What law deck really isn't, but sequencing properly to get the best value. Looks like he's eyeing up a Bonnie to start off with.
Makes sense. Makes sense.
Yeah. Good old Bonnie. Not sure if he's going to use the effect. It looks like he may just maybe throw down another character or two. Of course, red-green law ability for those of that have not really been used to it, right? Nothing starts to happen until red-green law is a full board of 5.
Mm-hmm.
And then it will need to tap an additional 2 Dawn to start the shambles, as I believe it's called.
Was it chambruns in English?
You know I don't speak Spanish. And just passing it back over to Brandon after choosing to take that first life. As we saw with Tyler, maybe it could be a counter issue. Lots of the high end, of course, in the mono purple deck, Luffy doesn't have counter, so it could just be a whole hand of high end. And we're going to take that life. We're going to ramp up to 1 more. 5, maybe for a 5-drop kid. And yeah, there it is. And it's a Altar Glory. See what exactly the red-green law, of course, can be aggressive when it has all of its pieces together. Rush Zoros. Can also be quite defensive. We mentioned some of those chopper blockers. Of course, we will need to get up to 5 characters on the board. And some of Brandon's cards can remove characters, right? Like we've seen the Poly. Surely we'll see a Poly or 2 come out of Brandon.
Should, I believe, yeah.
Maybe he'll even have mulligan for it, as that is Purple's removal. As well as 9-drop Kaido, of course, can take out a 5 or less when it comes down, in addition to the rush. See another Bonnie in hand from Kenny. With in mind, he would still need 2 Dawn to use his leader ability should he acquire a board of 5. That only leaves him with 3 Dawn to play with. I mean, unless it's like I mentioned last week where he goes triple chopper blocker, I guess he could get there. I'm not sure that's an ideal board state. Considering maybe even the use of this Bonnie, but we're going to start with a 6 to see if that connects. Brandon says no, it won't, and we'll give up a 1.
Give up the page 1.
Page 1. Oh, I made a blunder, I just realized. I do apologize. Last game, I called it Who's Who. Different purple card. In fairness, I'm not there in the show. Brandon's saying no to that first hit. Unless a Rush Zoro comes down. There it is. My powers are getting stronger, Alex. The third eye is open. Call me Puddin'. And are we going to see a 5 or a 6, though? Looks like a 5. We already blocked with it, and we're not going to swing at all. It looks like we're not going to risk the character, nor push the damage.
Well, I don't think you need to since...
No, Brandon's got a sizable hand. That was going to get countered for sure. Oh, there it is. Apolly, he is seeing all of the cards he needs to this game so far, Brandon. That, like, if you need a recipe, how does what tools do I have at my disposal to combat Red Green Law? Apolly is one of them. Getting the ramp as well for Brandon, using that ramped Dawn for 6 at life. No blockers yet to be seen on Kenny's side. Here's Kenny. You think you might take this with the amount of and there's no Dawn left to worry about another swing coming down. I don't think I worry about the kid swinging at me. Nothing else is sideways. I would think I would take this next life here, Kenny, but I don't know what the rest of his hand is like.
You know what's crazy is I wouldn't put it past Brandon to swing with the kid.
Maybe. Brandon's not, reckless unless he needs to be aggressive. And it's a calculated aggression. Brandon will cut, do little moves that are like little cuts, right? And so in that sense, yes, I could see him swinging for 6 just to see. But I think he'll keep the value of his blocker here. Again, Red-Green Law could come in there with multiple swings, so I see keeping the blocker up being good. Back over to Kenny. We have more Dawn to play with, but we lost one Rush Zoro. I don't think our hand was great. It looks like we're finally electing to use the Bonnie search. Getting a Supernova. And a big ol' whiff.
Yeah.
It's awesome. Otama's in there. A Nami or 2.
Yep. Some Santa choppers.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Seeing those choppers. At least one is gone.
Saw 2, I think.
See another. Yeah. Another Supernova search. Oh, another Otama. Another Nami gone. Might have been the first Curlies I've seen. He hasn't played any, clearly. Man, gotta be remarking. This is crazy. If you could see the stuff that I'm bottom decking. Yeah, you hate to see the Supernova whiff. But this is not the deck Bonnie. We need to see some more characters here. Okay, another Brook. Coming down to provide some Dawn. 3 Dawn left to play with. Maybe he's got a character for 1. And then a little Shambaroni. 7 lead. Block plus 2K. From Brandon. Yep, giving up that. Look at that. And the Combi Wombi is in the trash. Beautifully done.
It's just the brother-sister.
Spoilers, not there.
What?
Oh, Alex.
Come on.
And so,
They look like brothers and
Oh.
sisters.
Kenny eyeing up the, I don't know if he means to use this Otama offensively. We saw him bottom deck too, Otama. So my point is that we don't have a ton of these left. And then it looks like 4 other cards in hand. Looks like a starter law is in there. Using the remaining 3 Dawn on the Zoro. Zoro swings for 5. Already blocked with the kid. Counter for 1 using a 4-drop law. I like that. Yeah. Hand size isn't, that heavy. Discarding it for the counter is good. I have a good couple of cards in that hand, Brandon. And the more 1Ks he sees there, the better, If there's small little cuts from the law, he's able to counter out of. And we're going to see a 6. Are we doing it at lead? No, of course we're doing it as Zoro. Here we go. Forcing a 2K out of hand, but...
Makes sense.
Yeah, Kenny doesn't have a lot of 2Ks.
Yep.
Has 1 Otama in hand. A simple 5 at Bonnie. I think we're just going to clear this board. Yes. Okay, Bonnie is cleared. And a queen coming down. We're going to do the interaction there. Send 1 back. Kid will ramp that back up. As soon as Brandon completes the draw trash interaction. Oh, we're trashing a 2K. Interesting. There it is. The ramp it back up.
Guess he likes,
I would
likes his
figure-
hand. Probably,
Oh,
right?
it would seem. And we're doing a 7 lead. Could it be? Ooh. I feel like, you'd say counter, but there's not a lot of cards in Kenny's hand. You might be forced to take this. But if you do, that might mean sure destruction. So he may need to counter. That board is pretty intimidating. Oh.
Was that 5 Dawn left?
Yep. Another queen will come down, which is another reason why
Yeah.
Brandon went and did that. So, of course, that Dawn will stay
Pitching the
there.
Magellan.
That beautiful looking Magellan. Yep. We have all the Dawn we need. We have all the characters we need. We have blockers established. You have to put out more characters to even do your thing. And you're not dealing with my board if you're doing that. I think we saw a pair of starter laws in hand, but without something else to go offensive with, like maybe the rush Luffy, or I mean, we've seen a couple of rush Zoros bite the dust. You're not going to restand anything to put enough offensive pressure, and we have 2 queens in front of us, and most of our rushers start at 5 base.
Yeah, it's not looking good at all for Kenny here.
Perhaps the supernova will be.
Well, he didn't whiff
fruitful.
on this
Hey,
one.
there are 2 blocker laws in there. Sweet Christmas. We're about to do some bouncing.
He's never gonna learn that. He's a Dragon Ball player.
Learning implies that he is unaware. He is aware. He elects to ignore it.
Yeah. He just doesn't care. Which it is what it is.
At this point, it's pretty much the you could let him know. Pull up. But we see our first curly hitting the board here a little too late in the game. I mean, if we had some offensive pressure, the curly could be, annoying and be like, all right, you're getting another resource here. But right now it's just like, all right, he's curlying for a dream.
Yeah. I think at this point in the game, you kind of want to drop all your blockers.
Even if I get through, no, how am I getting through to the leader? There's 2 queens out there.
Yeah, sure. Swing 6.
I mean, I might. No, I mean, Brandon's got counter to spare. He has not had a hand of duds this game.
His hand, yeah.
Oof. See here, like 5 Dawn left. Okay, starter law. Let's and nothing. Okay, blocker law. Oh, okay.
Oh,
We're
that's
going
yeah, that's
blocker
an interesting
choppy.
one.
The big blocker choppy.
I'm gonna go for some shambles here.
At long last, we finally got a shambles. Blocker Law will pick up the little Bonnie. Put down another chopper. All right.
There we go.
There we go. Okay.
Exactly like I said it too, huh?
This is kind of what I remember Law doing.
I said,
The red
yeah,
green Law.
I kind of want some more blockers here.
Yeah, I should say. I mean, when you're facing down 3 blockers on the opposition, but Brandon's are bigger.
And more than likely a little better.
Well, that's debatable, right? These are bigger.
Yeah.
A 7 swing to life, forcing some. I mean, we know Kenny didn't have a ton of hand. Got, another resource with a curly, yes, but
I mean, that is.
the 7 is pretty good to start with. And man, if you're thinking as Kenny,
I think that's 6
you're starting
cards
off
in
with
hand.
7.
Yeah, I think that's 6 cards in hand there. So.
Well, he hasn't spent the Otama, and like we noted, there weren't a ton of Otamas left.
Yeah, I mean, he picked up the Brook. I think Brook's what, 2K?
Yeah, 2K count. So and there it is. There's a 2K and one of the starter laws. I think I might have seen a second one. So 7 to clear out this one. And surely another 7 is coming with. Oh, we're gonna use the kid. All right. Gonna swing with those queens last.
Yeah, I think he's gonna just try to swing out maybe here.
Oh, let's bait out these 2Ks. If you're gonna do the blocker law, yeah. Until then, let's just keep doing 7s. You think he has a Kaido in there? I wasn't able to confirm.
I did not see.
Yep, we're gonna get rid of one of these. And here's another 7. So at this point, no, because we've used too much Dawn. He doesn't have Kaido, but that's probably not the point of this turn. This is where Brandon is doing these cuts on the big body. We can't take the body out in one fell swoop. It's not correct. We must apply pressure to the body. Oh, the final life has been taken. Hey, that's an Otama. There you go. There you go. You got some counter. Brandon's going, you took that? All right.
Swing another 7.
And blocking a 2K. Leaving up 5 Dawn on Brandon's side.
Yes.
We've swung with a lot of blockers. What would you say about another blocker?
Yeah. Yeah.
What do you say to that?
He's just always leaving 2 blockers up.
And now for those at home in which this particular board state triggers, we do apologize. Again, you are more than welcome to write in your complaints.
Versus customer service will get to you in about
team of highly
60
trained
business
monkeys
days.
will be reviewing the inbox. Oh man. Yep. All right, let's Nami for a dream here.
Well, he didn't whiff.
We didn't whiff. But man, I've had a rush Luffy Nami search for game before, but this is not one of those moments. Oh yeah, you're gonna have to choose a choppy blocky.
Yeah.
But like again, if the Kaido hasn't come down yet, at any point, this law blocker is toast. Any blocker that is 5 cost or less is toast. As soon as the Kaidi comes down to play. You know what it is? Is Brandon's board looks like a game of Jenga. Or, not, well, kind of. But what I really meant to say was, oh no. Oh, word finding difficulty.
What I really meant to say is, oh no.
Tetris. Word. Oh no, sorry. I malfunctioned there for a second. Hey, we saw 2 Bonnie whiffs earlier. But these latter 2 Bonnie searches are paying off.
I mean, if that's what you want to call it.
She did her job, man. Don't take that away from her. It's pizza time. Come on, swing with the brook. Do it. There's a million blockers out there. Everything with the exception of the leader and Paulie is a blocker. Brandon's whole side is blocks. I just had the Tetris and Jenga thing a second ago. You're not getting through. Okay, 6.
It just says.
I mean,
6 at anything here.
Six at what? Everything has a base value of 6 besides the leader. Would you like a 1? And just for reference, that was another kid blocker.
It just goes. I got all the.
Oh
kids.
yeah, we're swinging with that law. I mean, it may be toast. Okay, there's two X strakes in there, and it looks like Brandon's hand is finally down to a 3.
So with Bonnie, what would you say there, Franklin? What would you search for with Bonnie?
A dream. So sometimes, like if you were playing in the old days of like OP02 or like against Whitebeard, they would have 0 life, right? Really just a deck with 0 life. And then in a pinch, Bonnie can search you for supernova cards, namely the 5-drop Rush Luffy, which gains unblockable when you have 2 Dawn attached to it, and then make the push for game. So in that vein, Bonnie is really good because that's a Straw Hat, but it's also a supernova character. 3-drop Rush Zoro is also a supernova character. So Bonnie has some great utility, great moments that it could strive for. Unfortunately, what Brandon has assembled here is like the Iron Curtain. Like this wall is crazy. No one can get through this. Which is crazy that the red-green law is typically known for being like this offensive.
Yeah,
it used to be,
but
the offensive and just like a very strong sword and shield deck.
yeah, which I mean, if you really think about it, Purple Luffy's just a little too aggressive, in my opinion.
A little too aggressive.
I think so, which is probably why Kenny's having a little difficulty here. But it also didn't help that he whiffed. What was it?
Brandon
2
hit
searches.
beat to beat too, like ideal. Like he had a poly search.
Yeah,
Never
yeah.
needed the ulti page 1 combo. Mind you, there's no Kaidos coming down yet, so it's like going tall was not really the approach
No.
here. And Law ideally meets you at going wide, so Brandon met him back with going wide with bigger bodies. Another 7. More cuts. You're either gonna give me a 2 and a 1, or you're gonna give me a 2. But I mean, best case scenario, you give me the game. Now, is that last Dawn up for feigning a rad beam?
I think so. I can't tell if he has one in hand.
We have seen
It doesn't look like
even
he does.
some red purple laws try and do that. I mean, if you have nothing else to do, and you know you're toast, maybe feign it.
Yeah.
Oh, I think that might be it. I think that's the concession there. Another no, it's just a counter. It was one of the last Otamas. So another 7 coming down.
And
yep, that's a block. And 5 plus, I think that's 6. Also 11. And yeah, no, we're not going to be able to take that. So Brandon will win this game against red-green law in this round 2. And that's, again, not a matchup for sure that we see often at all today. Clearly, Mono Purple Luffy seems to be coming back out in strides here at the locals tonight. And a good game. We'll go say hello to our players and congratulate them. Bring you guys the next round in just a few moments. Stay tuned. We are back with round 3, and our players are setting up. Mark is going out there now to make sure that everything is moving smoothly. I believe we have Victor versus Goblin taking the stage here shortly. I believe Victor is on the Lucci, and Goblin today is on the Blue Doflamingo. So he has been known to keep decks in rotation. I guess this is just another one of them. Formerly on, I believe he's been on Red Purple Laws of late, probably the last time we saw him on stream. Today he's using a Blue Doflamingo. What are your thoughts there, Alex? What do you think? Interesting choice.
Yeah, I'm not sure how I feel about it. But I mean, it's doing him well.
As a choice? Well, what over Boa? Is the
I
problem
didn't.
the color of
No,
the
no, no,
deck?
no, 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 no,
The
no.
leader of the color?
No, no, no.
Oh
Like,
yeah,
like that.
glorious. Oh yeah. Victor letting out a great big old roar. And not quite so on Goblin, just a reserved. All right, let's get started
That's a
here.
child goblin.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
lost a significant portion of his face there. It's missing.
I don't think I've ever seen him without a beard. That looks.
It is a little jarring.
Yeah.
Off to the races here. So if it's similar to matchups that I'm more familiar with, I played more Boa than I have Doffy. I might be a little worried here as Goblin. Boa does not like Lucci. Doesn't like Moria. Really doesn't like Lucci.
Yeah, I think this matchup it's more Lucci favored. I don't think Doffy does very well against Lucci. In my opinion. I'm not sure.
Now you
I
you
haven't tested
probably
it or
think as
anything,
Goblin he won the coin flip electing for Victor to go first here to throw him off curve maybe.
but
Does
Yep.
Victor have the stage?
He does.
All right, step one here.
That
Goblin
band stage.
just that's right. As we got news of that recently. Strong 8 swing to life. Victor not super familiar with that 4-drop law. Of course, it can bounce itself back to hand, right? But in this case, Boa as a leader would gain an additional effect from that character bouncing back to hand. In this case, not so much.
Yeah, it is possible that
We can take a card out from the hand though, bottom deck it. That's what the law does when it bounces back.
Yep. It is possible that Doffy does do better later once stage is banned. Since Doffy does flood the board, he does do a lot better later, I think. But right now, I don't think he's very good.
I think as Goblin for sure, you think if stages hit the board, my characters are compromised. A lot of them are 4s, so those are targets. So choosing to focus rather on smacking harder into life is a good approach here to get Lucci as down as possible. We're going to start with a 5. Surely we'll counter this as Victor choosing a Rebecca. And we're going to opt that the Khalifa cannot attack.
Yep.
With that Boa coming down. I believe Boa can also bounce, but it looks like we're electing to keep that Perona right where it is.
Yeah, it's not that bounce isn't really needed.
Yeah, I hardly do it myself. We're going to choose the reduction on that Boa, of course, bring it down from 6 to a 5. With that stage, it'll come down to a 3, presumably, if that's the plan. You can see why, and as the game goes on, surely, having the comfort of the stage, your math is just always, whatever that number is, it's 2 less. That's it. We reduced it enough by 3 total so that Kaku can get the value and knock it out. And so some Lucci lists opt to not do a full inclusion of Kaku anymore. Looks like Victor is still including at least 1 in there. 7 swing to life. Leader ability, no. Another Boa. Looks like this time selecting the Kaku as the target so that Kaku will not attack. Of course, over to Victor. Are we at 7 now or are we at 9? Looks like
Should be 9, I believe.
9. We're going to see Amoria. We're going to counter that 5 swing, targeting presumably the Boa. Same equation as last turn. That Boa with a leader swing is really at a 2. Sorry, 3. 3 total cost. What are we doing with the rest of our Dawn, Mr. Victor? Victor Von Doom.
I think at this point, he has 9 up. You could go the whole Moria strat, but I mean,
there is a Lucci in there. There's a. Do we have the good old Helmeppo combo? No.
I don't think you need to, because all you got to do is rest stage. You already got it.
At 3 life right now. I mean, I do want to get rid of the Boa if we can. Obviously, we would have a Moria on board, so we'd have another huge body to threaten with. So if we could remove the Boa, I'd be happy. Oh boy,
That's definitely
that's
not what
a
I thought you were gonna
big
do.
Khalifa. Big damage.
Oh,
Oh, and that still, yeah, it
yeah,
still does it. Of
that's
course, we still have a 5 Dawn for that Kaku, and we succeeded. And
yep.
yeah, that was toast. A pretty good conservative play there by Victor, establishing another body as well for Doffy to deal with now. I mean, Doffy can. Good old Gravity Blade could see these 2 Kakus sent straight to the bottom of the deck. Of course, that would be a 7 Dawn investment. Here at 10 Dawn, we usually want to see the 10 drop Kaido come down 5 into
It looks
4,
like the
clearing that
10
out.
drop Kaido is down.
Oh, my powers are getting so strong. If only I could use it for good.
That was 2 non-counters drawn.
I think, what was that, 2 red rocks, maybe?
No, I think it was the Weavile or Weevil.
Ah, okay. Weavile is a Pokemon, Alex. We've been through this.
Is it?
You're glitching again.
It's been.
We need to go back to the doctor. And a 7K at life. We're taking that, choosing not to count. Oh, and another one. We're going to counter that with 2Ks. Yeah, I mean, that 12 taking us eventually. So we need to counter these smaller hits if we can. We did just draw a ton of cards. All right. Yep. I was wondering what our second target besides the Lucci was going to be with that Moria, but Moria is getting back the Spandam. An unfortunate mill there. Of course, the Lucci is not going to be taking anything out, but we have amassed a Moria and a 6K body. Hey, a 2 and a 2. That Perona's getting in there finally. Taking out a Spandam. Yeah. And that's going to take out the Kaku for sure. You can have that. We're going to do a 12 at the other Kaku. And we're going to red rock the Moria. That's a nice turn there from Goblin. That's very good stabilizing the field here. And it looks like we played out this, yeah, we're not going to bounce back. We're going to leave that law there. So it is 2K less counter from the hand, but this is asking the question from Victor, what can you do to respond to this? 5 to reduce by 1. Of course, we will just counter that. Make him use all of his Dawn. There is another Moria in hand, but I don't think we'll be able to remove this. And we're leaving 2 up here. Alex, did you see a... of course, we chose the sequence this way, but did you see the Tempest kick?
In hand? I think I did
I
see
sure hope
one.
so. Milling first with Spandam. No targets.
No, I think he was hoping for Spandine.
Yeah, see at least
He has one. Yep.
Yeah, see at least one.
Good.
Rebecca will grab that back to hand, and he's just gonna instantly throw it down there. Do the effect cost of the Spandine, sending 3 characters to the bottom. CP.
Interesting. Oh,
We're gonna play out the Khalifa instead
what's that?
of Lucci. Okay, well we need to see more cards to defend here. We have a Kaido swinging at us now.
Interesting.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I knew this was coming down eventually. So that one of those non-counter cards he might have gotten before was a Gravity Blade, taking out, of course, the blocker. Now, are we gonna see this 5 at life? No, sorry, the 2 goes into Spandine first. Okay, we're gonna take out this board again and do some summoning here, swarming the board. Love it. Now with the Dawn we have left, can't do much, so we're gonna swing in the life. Oh, sorry, they weren't sideways yet. Yep, nothing else to do. Swing in life for 12. And go ahead. Ooh, a 3rd Moria still from Victor. Blessed with seeing these Morias this game. There's also an Isho. No, that was trash. This is all trash. It's all trash.
I think he did just trash the Isho though. He did have it in hand.
Yeah. That would certainly make his life easier if one of those could have stuck. Again, Red Rock just helps, deal with these large bodies. 6 reduce Kaido. We have another 2K to pay for that. Mining us by 3. It is down to 6. Down to 4. With the stage. And that's an 8. If we have a Helmeppo Lucci combo, we're good. There it is. That'll take it out.
Mm-hmm.
And it'll take out both the Perona and the Kaido. Pretty good. That's kind of what is usually the plan for Lucci to do. We've kind of hit the board to do so. Now this is tough, right? Because the Gravity Blade cannot deal with the Morias. Gum Gum is a single target for 6 Dawn.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, so one of our first choices are a blocker. We're going to see into the future a little bit. Are we leaving this on top, though? Looks like we are. Okay. Of course, we have 2 on there, 5 left. Tap 1. Yep, we're going to get that Jinbei. The Jinbei is going to get us another card draw with a Weevil. And of course, we're still doing 7 at life. Going to pay for it with a 2 and a 1. Tap 4 for a draw 1. And we have another board again. Although here we have 1 blocker. How many cards in hand is Goblin? 4 cards in hand is Goblin. Of course, if Victor wants to start swinging hard with these, I do like the leader swing into the Jinbei. The Jinbei will presumably get trashed and get the reduction on something else.
Mm-hmm.
But if he does opt to give a card for the counter, which he shouldn't, Goblin could pose a choice. And we can also see if we can just remove this Doffy. Removing the blocker and then just going aggressively in. That might be a more cost-efficient route. If we say had a Rebecca blocker as well, that would do it. Because I think I saw a Brook in there.
He does have a Rebecca blocker.
The 3-drop Brook in trash. So 4 for Rebecca. Grab back the well, before that, leader swing stage.
Yep.
And then the 1 from the Brook to KO. Oh yeah, you don't even really need the leader swing.
Gonna do it anyways.
You could select another target. The stage would take out 2, and then the Brook itself would be that final 1. And we're gonna select the Weevil. Maybe he's thinking about that play. It would give him a blocker, give him another body in the Brook as well, and then start swinging in with these 9s. Plus, because that's only 4 Dawn that I just pitched.
Mm-hmm.
Because stage is just broken. Oh, okay. 9 at the Jinbei. I don't know about that. I think that was going to die. Yeah, we're going to give up that. We're going to give up that Doffy. Okay. We still have a full 10 Dawn, I guess. Are we going for full board removal? Going to life first. 6 to force out of 2. Oh, grabbing all 10. All right, 4 at first. Rebecca. Okay. Getting Kaku back to hand. Okay. Yeah, one of these, if not both of these now, are gone. The Weevils. One of the Weevils has been reduced. Yeah. Yeah, only the one. The second one wasn't reduced far enough, or if at all. And this gets you another body, a blocker. If the response from Goblin is Gravity Blade, then the Morias are still there. Like, it's still this, Victor has 2 Morias, which makes this so frustrating here.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, and enough Dawn to swing with Helmeppo, and you have to take it?
Dude.
All right. Ugh. So you spend your entire turn on 1 Kaido, which I don't think he has one.
I don't think he had one either.
There
There it is.
There it
though.
is. It's pretty scary here as Goblin, because you probably have to throw up a blocker this turn. But does he have another Doffy blocker? Yeah, I don't think there's others. I mean, it could play the Boa Hancock blocker, but that's like an uncommon choice. Uh, 4, 7, 9. Oh, another gravity blade is there again. Doesn't really do it for us. We need to be able to push and also not get bopped on the clap back.
Whoa, Schneider. Thanks for raiding in.
5 into 3. Yep, that's going to clear that. 5 into 7 at the Lucci. Will you give that up? Baptista 99, welcome. Thanks for the follow. Joining in at a very pivotal point here in the game. We're almost done with it. And it looks like, yep, there it is. We have at least one more Doffy blocker. That's good. Goblin definitely needed one of those. Going back into Victor with still 2 Morias and a Lucci. So that's all the damage we were able to do as Goblin. And we have a hand of 2.
I think, yeah, that's a hand
Or
of
3. Oh. Okay, so without knowing Victor's hand here, oh, straight away with a 4. 5. Oh yeah, yep, perfect math. That's upsetting. Surely is like it's just perfect math without needing to do anything else. Stage is unused. 9 life, taking it. 9 life, taking it. Oh, we have a trigger from that femur, and we have a 7 going. That's it. Yeah, he can't counter out of that. Goblin had a close fight in there, but as soon as those 2 Morias were just able to stick, that was pretty much it. That's where it started to go downhill for him. But he had made use of those gravity blades. Certainly that Gum Gum Red Rock when he could have. Like if you were gonna do your best against the mono black Lucci deck as a mono blue Doffy, then I believe that was a good showcase there from Goblin as how do you do your best against it. So yeah. And also thanks for the raid. That was pretty hype. We're going on here. I do versus. And we have Schneider 2307 joining, following. Thank you so much. Yeah, we do these locals every Tuesday night here. Mark puts on the whole production at versus games at the Oviedo Mall. We try to show off our local talent. As One Piece continues to grow, it's good that we have our local communities versus games exist to help facilitate players and get us out there. And you get to listen to us talk and make fools of ourselves. So that's good.
I mean, we're okay.
Yeah, we're fine. We're here. We're good. What are you doing? Thanks for watching. That's what you're doing. And so let's go ahead and say hello, congratulate our players, and see what round 4 has to offer. Stay tuned. And we're back with round 4 here. Joining us in just a few moments, our players are setting up. I believe one of them will be a repeat player here on the stream. I believe it's going to be Victor, so you know what deck he's on. And then we're waiting to get confirmation of our name here for the second player. But they are on, get this, the Zoro Sanji leader, blue and green combination. I don't think we've seen that yet on stream. I could have missed, or just generally. I don't.
I've seen it. I think once.
Have you streamed it?
No, really.
We've never streamed that deck.
Dang. Okay, never mind. I'm crazy.
Just in for Mark. Yep. Well, that's okay. Same. So we're gonna go ahead and see how the Lucci does against the blue-green Sanji Zoro. I almost said it like Sanji Zoro Sanji, like it's like a sandwich deal. Yes, Nicticus. And looks like Nick is starting us off here on the first curve. So Victor may have won the flip, opting to go second. Does he start with a stage like he did in the other round? Nope, not this time. We're going to see just a simple Spandam. Hey, this time we get a target from that in the form of a Spandine. Cool. Going over back to Nick. We'll see what kind of shenanigans he has in store here. Oh yeah, we're swarming.
What?
Yeah.
The heck?
Alex, if you please, my eyes.
My eyes, dude. I don't know what that's it.
That's definitely a 2.
That's a.
Stop moving it, Nick.
Oh, then he bounced it.
I swear it's in.
I'm pretty sure those Stussy.
It's in the starter deck. Fun fact, chat. I have it in the sealed still.
No. I'm pretty sure.
I haven't even opened it.
It's from the latest set.
Is it really?
Yeah, it's from the latest set.
Oh man. 5 are coming
mind.
down
Okay,
and reducing it down by 1 on the Weevil. Bringing that down to 3. Spandine coming down. And not a ton going on for Victor, it looks like, on this turn. Of course, without stage, the 4 Dawn turn is always a little sus. So we're going to go an aggressive swing for 5 here with the Spandam. And are we going to take this here as Nick? Go from 3 life down to 2 so early? Surely we're going to counter here. We do. And we counter with a pudding.
Interesting.
So but you use that in a lot of these blue decks. Pudding is such a it's a game breaking card. Your hand could suddenly be different at the cost of 4 Dawn. Of course, we do have a couple of pluses here as Nick. If you're kind of afraid of the Lucci, they don't have stage yet, as you know, chat. The Lucci could simply trigger stage from life, and Victor has not yet taken any. So as soon as Victor decides to allow a life to be taken, perhaps that is how we'll get to see our stage. And Sengoku just grabbing us another Weevil. More counter to hand. And a 7 to life. We will take that. No trigger, no stage trigger. I think it was a Moria that Victor got out of that. And we're going to see another bounce to restand the Weevil, of course, with leader ability as well. And that's countered, and another one is coming in. There it is. The second life of Victor's is the stage. Wow, what luck. Not a bad day for Victor. One of his games on stream, naturally having the stage, and then the stage being in life in this one. Not bad. Not bad. Not bad. Pretty good. Pretty good. Now 2 over to 2. Asking which art would you like to remove? Let's remove the lesser art, I suppose. And Victor deciding.
Creature type is Weevil's mom.
Sounds about right.
Yeah.
Yep. We finally found the card. And I can't believe I could not remember what it was called.
Isn't that just like what every all mothers types are? It's just like,
Just that mom.
Yeah. Weevil's mother as the character type. Similarly, my mom's creature type is Franklin's mother. So man, the stage for Victor is going to make a lot of maths much easier now. Oh, yeah, let's further reduce that by 2, bring it down to 1, bring that down to 2, and boop,
Both.
1, 2, pew, pew. And I got the feeling that if you're blue whatsoever, you don't love seeing Lucci on the other side, but perhaps the green portion here will be able to help Nick through. We did see a board, and it is now gone. Similarly, as how Victor dealt with Goblin's board last game. What will Nick do? Now on the 7 Dawn turn. Quick old 2 on the Spandam. And a 7 swing. We're going to take that. Lucci going down to 2 life here. Little scary. Boa blocker coming down. Using our last Dawn to attach. And we're just going to simply pass. Opting to do nothing else on our turn, leaving off with 3 life for Nick. Now we're going to see a big old Moria. I think I see a Lucci and a Haumepo in trash.
Mm-hmm.
Not that we need thanks to the stage, Helmeppo's assistance even. No, that Morio's going to come down, grab that Lucci presumably, or Spandine. I guess you could do that. Yeah. So Rebecca will grab the Spandine surely. And this way you get a blocker, and you get the Lucci's removal. Choices. I don't know.
2K or 2K?
2K or 2K, but she's draw, and then some. So for some of those reasons alone, I would have probably chosen Khalifa. Yep, there it is, rested, and we got to send back 6 cards in total from Spandine and Lucci. Oh yeah. Yep, sending all these cards back to the bottom. Milling further with a Lucci leader. 5 lead. We're going to take that, and that's a pretty good turn from Victor here. We have 2 6K bodies, a big old 9K body, and a blocker. And Suru's just chilling. She already did her job. She's done her duty. Full Tendon here is Nick going, man, that's a board. I'm in danger.
Yeah. Not looking pretty.
Moria, indeed, in combination with the Ines lobby, showing off just why this is an oppressive power here. We're going to see 2 4-drop Gecko Morias come down from Nick, and I think that's it. Yee. Yes, there were 2 interactions there. One of them needed to be CP exclusive, and then Lucci can send any cards. Now here is Victor. I might think about just pushing. Man, if I have a second, if I have another Moria in hand, I'm feeling good. Let's reduce this further by 1. Little 5 swing. What will you do? Give me a card? That's 1. I have how many left? 2? Yeah, we're going to 6. You took that? Okay. Oh, wow. We're going to let that 6. Okay.
Sure.
All right. So I guess 9. Surely they take, right? 9 and all 10 on Suru. You won't.
No.
Okay.
I think he could have just ended the game right there, to be honest.
I mean, I said it, man. I think if he had distributed his Don a little differently, he could have. Hey, yeah. Gooster Booster. Thanks for the follow. That is my favorite name.
That's great.
That may have ever been. Yeah, all right. And that's a little conservative this turn. I think Victor could have made the push for it.
Yeah, I also think he could have.
Yeah, what is that? Like 9 cards in hand? No. So I think he might have been able to do it. That's an event.
Yeah.
All right, the femur powering up.
Femur.
Well, it's her leg, man.
It's the femur.
You know I don't speak Spanish.
I don't either.
I believe the femur grants an additional 2K?
Yes, I do believe so as well.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, and it's unblockable.
Mm-hmm.
Which is kind of nice because we did go down to 1 here as Victor, so the blocker, Sabo. And we're going to restand the Gecko. That's pretty good. So a 7 restood. And that's it. Wow.
Yep. Looks like Nick took that one.
That's nuts. Okay. So that Zoro restood the and made the second push for, and we didn't see him pick up that life though. So Mark going to double check to make sure that all of that was square, because it looked like the hand was kind of low for Victor. So the femur event allows unblockable, but
oh, okay, Victor won.
Victor won.
Victor
Yep,
won.
that
Okay.
that makes a lot more sense. That shouldn't have been able to connect there, that last final blow. So Nick showing us the best that he could have done in that turn, but there was no getting over or getting through, rather. It was not enough. So,
Yeah.
it might be a tough matchup there, the Zoro Sanji, but it's still a neat deck to see finally take our screen here against the Lucci. Again, there's a reason the lobby is going away. That just makes some quick, easy math on some decks, right? But we'll go out and say hello, and I think it's going to be top soon, right? So Mark will jump on here in just a few seconds to make some announcements, but it's been fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
There might be a top 4.
There might be a top 4, says Mark. So again, we'll let him stop in here and give you guys an update, and we'll check you guys out next time.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So we'll see what happens.
Welcome to
Hey, surprise! We're back.
Oh my gosh.
With another round of One Piece here
It's
on
been so
Tuesday
long.
night. I know. One sec. Oh yeah. We have a 5th round here. I believe we're seeing another Lucci take the board. I'm not sure about their opponent quite yet. But yeah, we have another 5th round. We've seen a lot of Lucci tonight, haven't we? Maybe this time they won't see stage.
So it should be something 2 players we've actually seen already.
Mm?
Brandon
Oh!
with his purple Luffy, and Victor yet again with his Lucci.
Okay. So Brandon having a different kind of opponent this round, and that it's going to be his mono purple Luffy against the mono black Lucci. And what a good game we have here in store for us. Again, both of these players know what they're doing with their decks, and they're both friendly as well. Deciding who's going first and second. Say if Brandon takes it, he might. Maybe he puts Lucci on the first curve. Takes second away from him. But we will see. Of course, Lucci wanting to see that stage in hand. Brandon probably wanting to see definitely a Kaido or 2. Maybe some Magellans. Some experience on Victor's side. Myself on Sim. As Lucci, I don't love seeing Magellans on the mono purple Luffy side. Magellans, I try and just attack around and try and get the Lucci down in life as much as I can. Because later my Kaidos can't pop Morias, of course. There might be a Sabo effect active. I can't pop anything with my Kaido. So just trying to get in there as aggressively as possible as Victor maybe his hopes, Brandon, maybe his hopes to beating Victor here. Maybe seeing some page 1 ulti combos. Yeah, seeing our fabulous Gengar sleeves here. And let's see. Yep, Brandon is taking the first curve. After all. Don't see a stage. See a Spandam instead. Grabbing us our Kaku. Very good. I think Victor plays at least 2 copies of those Kakus. Starting off with a 5. Leaders. Leader ability probably coming here from Brandon. Yep. Ramping another one. Tapping 4 for the law. All right, so we do have enough cards for this law that gains value. We'll send 1 back, and we'll select 2 cards. Oh, wow. What does that make? At least 3 Kaku? No. One of them was searched. So at least 2 Kaku here instantly gone from the hand from Brandon. Very nicely done. I feel like if those were like a drop Sabo or maybe Stussy or Moria, those would have been crazier picks, but wow. Nailing both of those Kakus from Victor makes it so, yeah, on any future turns on 6 and so on, less options for popping, that's for sure. Just a simple 7, passing it back over to Brandon. Brandon now at 3 life, 5 Dawn. Can leader, but don't know if we want to do that. Start with a simple 5, getting rid of a Helmepo. looks like our second one over on Victor's side. Brooke is notably in the trash as well, taking that second 5 from the Law. And a Magellan is coming down. There it is, sending one back. And you have to send one back too, Victor. Yep, that's the other bit that makes it annoying. Yep. But of course, we do have a stage for Victor. Just crazy. So now, instead of being on... Yeah. Instead of being at 6, we're at 5, Don. That's right. Which might make some plays a little tougher. Probably not seeing a Kaku since we did trash that from hand. Ooh, sending a Moria into the bin.
Not pretty.
Not great. Sometimes that happens, though. Can't control everything you trash. Nice 5 here. Not a ton we could probably do. Not sure if it's worth to, like... Yeah, we're going to counter that swing as Brandon. Yeah, we have enough cards in trash to gain the reduction here from the Tempest. So we will be up dealing with it thanks to the Rebecca getting the Brook from trash and playing it down to reduce the Law down to its final cost of 1, popping it. And we see the Magellan left alone. See if this Magellan gets in there. Maybe that 6K stat line will become 7 to start pressuring. Ooh, careful there. Right. There you go. 6 Dawn. Maybe we have if we did have leader to ramp 1 more, a Poly could take care of this Rebecca blocker. Looks like we're gonna force a 2K out. I'm not sure if this 5 is going to life or not. It looks like it is. It's going to life, and Victor's gonna take it. Interesting. And a 6, presumably 2K out of this one.
Yep.
Giving him a Suru for that 6K swing. We are going to leader, going up to 7. Is this going to be a Poly? It is. And we should be able to... Yep, that Poly is going to take out presumably the Rebecca, maybe the Brook. And we will ramp 1 more thanks to the Poly. Yep, that's right. Has been a while. Victor rereading it and go, wait, what? Oh, you got another? Oh, okay. And are you going to take out the Brook or are you going to take out the Rebecca with that pop? Looks like we're still debating. Okay, the Brook is the target. I do like the Brook. If we did things a little differently, I might have, popped the Rebecca. It looks like we wanted to do that as Brandon to get a couple of cards out of Victor's hand. / take life, which he did do. So, went well. As a turn could go for Brandon. Hey, another Kaku found, making at least 3 copies of Kaku.
I think he plays a full 4.
The crazy. My current Lucci's not playing any. 6, reducing that Poly down by 1, bringing that to a 4, bringing that down to a 2. 1, 2, skadoosh, says Kaku. And we're going to send back those 2 events to the bottom, hoping we draw them again. Or 1 will draw us into the other one. And here we are at the 10 Dawn turn. And noting the Magellan has stuck this entire time. Because if Victor does anything in that Magellan, it's going to clap back.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's really a big deal once he gets to 10 Dawn. But I mean...
That is
for right now.
That Magellan says you're giving me a 2K every turn, right? At the least. It's annoying. It's an annoying body to deal with. Of course, it's counterless body, so Brandon's loving that it's out there gaining value turn after turn. Simply, its existence is paying dividends back. Then as Brandon here, do you get more aggressive? Victor did take a life or 2 when it was like a 5 swing.
Yes, Magellan is on KO to reduce 2 more Dawn for your opponent.
Agreed, yes. Then the challenge is, does the Nightmare Luffy stick, right? Because Brandon's response can simply be a Kaido drop, 5 or less, takes out the Nightmare Luffy. So you need a good, I mean, if this is 10 Dawn Asabo, dropped at the same time, same turn rather, and here we see some walls in the form of Queen and Kid. Kid, of course, allows us to ramp back up. Okay, a 6.
Interesting that he would want to trash the Kaido.
Well, we have a pretty decent board right now. Maybe he has another one in hand.
Yep,
I think he does.
that's two more in hand. Okay, never mind.
Yeah. Who needs Kaido when we have like this this oppressive board, and we still have the threat. 2 more in hand. Oh, Borsellino, that would have been a pretty decent one here. Oh, and it's gonna be an uphill battle to try and remove all of these bodies, but we have some utility in the Tempest Kick, and now we're seeing the Moria come down. Lucci and Helmeppo Combi Wombi. Yep. But it might be indeed too late. It looks like the Kid, yeah, this is enough to take out both Kid and Queen. Of course, that's unfortunate. They didn't make it to see another turn, but we're at 2 life here. Let's read how many cards are in Victor's hand. I don't think there's that many. We're going to 2K out of that swing. Looks like there's 4 in hand for Victor.
Mm-hmm.
And we've got Kaidos for sure. That much we know. Starting off with the 6 right away. 6, 10. Kaido's a 10?
9.
9?
Mm-hmm.
No. The
oh,
power.
yes. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
Yes.
Oh, it looks like we're going to go 6, 6. Yep, 6, 6, 10. Send our Dawn back. Kid would have given us 1 back, but that's unfortunate. Yes, and this will pop a 5 or less. So Brandon probably deciding that looks like he takes out the Lucci. Okay. Yeah. Don't hate it. And now is Brandon, do you leave it standing or do you go sideways? Brandon has a hand of, it looks like 5 on the clap back, and we will go for the Kaku. Yep. I held back. I was like, oh no, he could be going for character. Yeah, not a bad play as Brandon for sure. Of course, it's like a game now for Victor. How many Morias does he have? How many, what else do we see? Simply value alone, Moria is unmatched. And the security it can provide. He's a walking Call of the Haunted. For those Yu-Gi-Oh players out there. Ooh, saving 3, Dawn. What could that be, Alex? It couldn't be something that's 7.
I don't know.
There's nothing. Nothing common. Could be a 4-drop and a 3-drop.
That's what it kind of looks like, because I know I do see the Borsellino and the Spandine. So it's more than likely going to be that. Or not.
Let's get some cards out of the hand first. Let's go a 10 into the Kaido to see what Brandon does. Brandon has 5 cards in hand, I believe. So let's make him give me 1. And then our plan is to reduce and take out the Kaido anyway. Can we do it? We're going to give it up. We have another one in hand. A 6 lead. I think we have the ulti there. We can 2K out of this. And he already swung with Moria. Okay. That was a 5, I see. So just a page 1.
Oh, so now he's going to KO.
Oh, the Magellan. And so, yeah, we have to give up the Dawn back to the Dawn deck for that. KO on that Magellan, which finally went down. And it is properly getting knocked out, not simply sent to the trash like a 6-drop Baroque or Nightmare Luffy play. So, okay. This did whittle Brandon's board down here. Still with the looming threat of Moria and 2 life. No blockers, however, on Victor's side. Ton of small characters. Only like 1 mid-sized body. And one like souped up SUV in the form of Moria.
Mm-hmm.
But so like our Kaido that Brandon does have here. Firstly, he doesn't have enough Dawn to do it. This is looking like bad news bears over here.
Yeah, I think this might be the end.
Did things swing enough over on Victor's side? Is it too late?
I think Brandon's seeing it.
Because even if you drop those 2 blockers, like Brandon likes to go in, then drop like a couple of blockers and turn. He's not at a good point in the game to do that.
No, and that
That's
7
the problem
Dawn.
with these Morias, like then the 2 Morias just keep 9, just like huge, broadswords just coming down. Mighty swings. Any blocker that Brandon would put down right now would just have to. Oh, what is that? 7?
Mm-hmm.
7.
7. I mean,
It would have to be for lead, but 7 into 6. I mean, on the Lucci just to force us to 2K. Yeah, surely
No.
not. No, this is going to be to life, and it was a stage. And a queen for 5, sending 1 back. Draw 2. Trash 1.
it's probably gonna
A
trash.
dud. If you
I think he has to trash the Kaido.
that's a like
I think
that's
Kaido's
our
the only
way to
one.
win, though.
Yeah, but I think Kaido's the only one.
that has everything else has counter.
Yeah.
So he's gonna dump something that has a counter if he keeps the Kaido. Like I don't know if I saw 0 cost in hand as Brandon, so
Yeah, I didn't either.
oof, but throwing away the last Kaido. Yeah, so he gave away a 1K.
Mm-hmm.
Then if he has 5 cards in hand, 4 of them have counter. As Victor, I would be noting that you discarded something that has counter, and you're not sitting at an exactly healthy amount of life. Hey, cameo from Goblin. It might just be fine for Victor to just start swinging at life with the intention of lethal. Wow, Brandon. Yeah.
I don't know. Yep. Yep.
We're doing small little nicks now at Brandon. So we're gonna do the 5, which was just blocked by the queen. Another 5 from the Helmeppo. 8 done left. We do see like an Isho in hand, which wouldn't get its value for the hand disruption here at this stage. And it really just might be like the nail in coffin if Victor was to drop that down. But here's Victor. The blocker spent. Okay. He gave up a 2K for that 5K swing. Quite telling. Down to 4 cards in hand. 7 with Lucci. Yep, he does it. Life or queen? Hey!
Vega.
Thanks
Welcome.
for the follow.
Yep.
Making out. Still to confirm if this is a 7 to the queen or a 7 to life.
I think it's smarter to go for life.
I hope that's what he's doing, but Victor has proven me wrong before. Brandon's still doing a large think about it. I mean, this would be the 0 cost moment, right? But then you go down to 2 cards in hand, and Victor still has 7 Dawn left. With the 7 Dawn after this swing, if it connects, it does connect, and it was
Yep.
for life. No trigger. 7 Dawn left. All 7 on Spandam. 9-9. Risky, right? Very risky. That is 7 Dawn left if you go 7-11. I don't like that. You go 8-10. Oh, the Spandine. I forgot about the Spandine. I don't know about this, though. Making 3 swings now. And it's going to be a 5, so it's really just 1 card you're asking Brandon to give up. And he may pay for it. Only needing to deal with 2 other swings.
I think he also technically he has 1 more. I don't think he would, but the Spandam.
Well, that was I initially thought was going to be Spandam and Moria going in. So now it seems like that 4 is a Borsellino or something, or a Rebecca.
Well, he does have Borso in hand.
Okay, and Borso is a good blocker here because it's immune to KO effects. So Kaido coming down wouldn't remove it.
Oh,
Oh,
okay.
okay. Yep, that does make sense. For my
Yep.
last swing, I would do it at the 6 at the queen to get rid of it, and a Borso blocker. So that does make it annoying as Brandon here, because the Kaido doesn't solve this problem. Also, we're 2 Dawn short.
Yeah.
Well, we can leader skill to get our 9th, right? But then that's our 9th Dawn.
Well, the rusher is 9.
Yes. But our other equation is that Borso can't be popped and is a blocker.
Yep.
And that's our biggest one. But really, it's even if Victor had, there's no other Dawn left to make Luffy a 6K. So you spend all your Dawn on the Kaido, and then what? The blocker, Borso just blocks the 5K leader swing. Kaido connects. That's your turn.
Yeah.
Your turn's over.
You know what could help that I've seen in some decks?
Talk to me.
The purple Frankie.
Oh, the purple Frankie could be nasty. Yeah, you know what? I feel like I've seen Brandon pull off that move too.
I think
2 Dawn, right?
I think
it gains rush.
I think it's 1. I might be wrong.
It is like a low body to start with, right? Like 4K.
Yes, I think it's a 4. I think it's a 5/4.
Yeah.
2K
That's
counter.
5, yeah. Okay, so all right, we're seeing.
Yeah.
There it is, the 2 blocker move.
Yep.
3 cards in hand left is Brandon. But the Moria may be covered by the Borsellino, but make no mistake, it is still there. And so we basically have the same amount of swings left, and Brandon has less life and less cards in hand, but 2 blockers.
They're both equal in life.
Yes. Straight away with a 6. What do you got? Brandon pays for it with a 2K. Nope. Telling. As Brandon. Oh, straight away with the 9. Maybe Brandon takes. Of course, taking is pretty scary. Because then as Brandon, you're like, if this Sanji gets removed, I'm toast. But that is a lot of Dawn to probably remove it. It's essentially a 4 drop character because it's stage.
So he just needs, one
and there
more.
it is. It's reduced by another 1. So now it's essentially a 3 cost. And we have a 6K swinging at lead, forcing a 2K out of Brandon. Okay,
Yeah.
3 cards left in Brandon's hand. Looks like one of them's a Magellan. Another is a 4-drop Law, and I can't make out the 3rd card. So, of 3 cards, 1K counter. That 2 Helmeppo. Another stage. Wow.
Yeah.
Of course, this is possible, folks.
4 for
you
the
can
Lucci.
just do that. Yep. That's it. That's a -5, I believe, on the Lucci, and then it's a 6K lead. No. Yes, 6K lead.
Yeah. He's. That's what, 3 done?
I think so.
He's just scared for 2K, 2K, 2K.
1000%. If you just, Well, you don't swing with that Borso. Do a little 5. We can't. Yep, that's it.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Victor takes it.
Yep, Victor took it. Yep, Brandon did not. Yeah, he was down to 1K encounter. That 3rd card was a dud. So yeah, just 1K encounter.
Mhm.
Victor's able to just close it out. Wow. Yeah, and Victor seeing another. Wow, I was just telling Victor before this game, he had a great day as far as Lucci luck.
Yeah.
You know, hitting the stage out
Yeah.
of life on stream, starting with stage, and then ending off in this game with 2 total stage. Yeah, better enjoy that stage while it lasts. Play the ban cards while you can is usually the move, you know.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's I believe that is going to. We're going to check back with everyone to see if we're going to do a top or not. But that was pretty much a day of Lucci, wasn't it? I mean, we usually have players here on the RP law.
Ooh, that was a lot.
Didn't see a ton of RP law. In fact, didn't we see an RG law? That's different.
Yeah.
Yeah. But man, I've had my share of games where as Lucci, I just like don't see stage and things are awkward. Like the 4 Dawn turn is really bad when you don't have a 4-drop Lucci or anything else to do.
Mm-hmm.
Thankfully, Victor's list plays a couple of Kaku, and I've been thinking about splashing a couple of those back because sometimes you just find you're not able to pop, or Lucci's a bad play to do because you're not taking out 2 at the same time, and it's just weird. But
Yep.
You know, that's why a lot of Lucci decks are like back and forth with doing the card or not of Kaku. Some choose to go without Isho. We saw Victor opt in use Isho, although he never got
played
a
it.
chance to
I don't
play
think you really
it
needed
never really
to.
came up. No, it feels a lot more. I guess it's a win more card in Lucci.
Yeah.
Because if you have stage, you don't really hard need it. The hand disruption is good, you know, against like decks like Enel, right? You know, so that's what it's usually there for, is that hand disruption because it gets value. All of the follows today. Urzengel 2077. I'm fluent in this language of Zangles, so that's why I got there much faster than you did. Yes. So I think we're gonna check to see if we have a top 4. We're gonna see what's up. But Mark will be with you guys next shortly, if anything. So stay tuned.
And that's going to be another wrap for this one, y'all. As always, thank you so much for watching. You can check out our latest video upload right here. Make sure you're subbed to the channel. And as always, keep on gaming, gamers versus games.